I'm just singing cause it's over.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to make a little bit of an editing tutorial. So yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do something somewhat similar to this. And before you click off this video, it is not nearly as complicated as you think to do this, and you can make something similar to this. Okay, that was way out of sync, so this is what it is. And the reason it was out of sync was because of the effects that I have on this thing are really like computer hardware intensive to preview and all. Even though I've RAM previewed this segment here, it's still not quite good enough. So the first thing you want to do, if you have something like this where it's already a project here, is just hit that, which is new project, and it's going to clear everything. Now, the first thing I do is I look for a song.
Yo, I did again. Yo, see me? Dance.
That's a decent one. What's this one? I'm gonna go with this. So usually what I do is I go to the first beat here, and what I do is I see, okay, that's 22 seconds in. I can probably shorten that up. So that's like 15 seconds, that's good. And then I set that a little bit. Not a big fan.
Yo, we run things. Can't stop with.
I like that more. So now I go through and I mark a bunch of beats. And to mark, you hit the M key on the keyboard, and I'm going to be hitting enter so that I can play through. I'm going to mute this for a second. So that I can play through and do that. I place the spacebar, which goes through and then it goes back. So marking beats. Now you want to be as close as it lets you to on the beat. It really doesn't matter exactly, as long as you get within one frame of it, you're good. Okay, so there's a few beats. Now I want to grab a clip. I don't know what I want.
Come on, man.
That's a pretty good one. Alright, so mute that. which is the game audio. I always like it on top for some reason. The clip. Okay, so the way I line the first shot up is just like that. And then if you don't know what the screen line is, all you do is right click, go into insert remove envelopes, velocity, and basically what this allows you to do is it's at 100% now. If I throw it up to 1000%, it's going to speed it up, and actually that worked perfectly. And the tail end of it's a little long. At least I can see it moving. Now the difference between what I'm using, which is Sony Vegas Pro 14 and Pro 13 and below, is that in Pro 13 and below, that's going to be your max. In Pro 14, you can go up to 1000%. And you can easily tell because these all look way different. They all have like a color in them. And then also this velocity line is more centered. But I use Pro 14 because it's newer and easier for me to edit in. So let's see the shot. Yeah, like that looks clean. Now where? Okay, so he is starting to go there. So I usually go about a few frames in or back or whatever, and then I adjust accordingly. Set to, I'll go 110. Set to, okay, there we go. So now, and you can also do set to, say 80. Alright. Perfect. It's a little long, yeah. 30 mil a week, damn shit, that's stay bully. Never take a So you never really want to make it feel like really rushed. Of course, depending on the song, sometimes you can and it looks amazing. Other songs like this one, it's a little bit of a slower song, so you can't really do that as much. Never take a break, 20 bitches. 20 bitches. 20 bitches all day. So this is set to 80, so I'll go. Alright, so let's watch that real quick. Say, whoop. Let's do a RAM preview, which is Shift and B, just to make sure that runs smooth. Sky stay low when the night stay cold. 30 mil a week, damn shit, I stay bully. Never take a break, 20 bitches all day. Like that looks really good. but it's missing something. It's missing the gunshots. Now, where did I put them? Yep. Okay. So now the ballista sound I use, for some reason it has multiple shots on it, so I always have to go in just by hand, make sure that I set this right so it does not get the bolt. I always make sure it gets the bolt a little bit because then I fade it out. Yeah, like that sounds good. And then Control C, drag that back so nothing's overlapping, and just Control V to paste it. Now let's watch it. Whoops. Forgot to unmute the song. Oh, I missed the shot. Just set to 50. And these, like double beats, kind of depends on like your creativity and all. And then I always cut it on a beat, so it's nice and sharp. Now, we're missing something fairly obvious. Now you want to add a video track. It's in this folder, widescreen. Of course, how could you have a montage without the black bars? Alright, so now that I went over that much, I'm going to show you a basic effect. So it's brightness and contrast. So this is something that's included in Vegas, so it's not like you're going to be having to add anything. Too much contrast. Remember, I used to do something. I forget exactly what it was. But I had certain numbers that I would always follow. That looks decent, but now... So that's how you do it. You add like a basic kind of color correction, I guess you technically call it. Would be just playing around with the brightness and contrast. Now the way that I do it is through Magic Bullet Looks, edit, and then I don't create these actually because I just can't really do it very well. So I have a bunch that are downloaded that I made that looks absolutely terrible for this. Like, I have so many at this point. Yeah, like now it's lagging really bad. So like that does not look that great. That would be good for cinematics, but not this. Kinda like that actually. So now just highlight, Shift B.
Sky stay low, when the night stay lonely. 30 millimeter, damn shit, I stay bully. Never take a break, 20 bitches on me. Look back to the time, cash now.
Alright, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So now, mark out a few more beats.
Never stay boring. Got my eyes long, both eyes.
And this is when you are going to throw a cinematic in. I'm just gonna throw one of these in, whatever. Now I usually cut it out of the middle. Insert, and I always throw it on a separate video track. Now, I'm going to do velocity, and I always put points down the middle, and then 2 points at the end. Wrong way. So it's fast fade to slow fade, and then I usually slow it down, so it looks like this.
Never stay, never stay.
It's fairly basic. Now I'm gonna add Magic Bullet Looks. I like that.
Never stay boring.
And then after that, you would add another clip. So yeah, that's all that I usually do for editing COD clips. Occasionally I'll do like
20 bitches on.
let's see. Insert view track. Okay, so now that you have that all lined up, alright, this is what it is. It's spiral blur, and I'll drag that down to the center. other way. So that looks half decent, and then I usually do that, and then right about there. So what's 96? Okay. You do have to be within that thing, though. $96. There it is. So now if we do this, you can kind of see how it adds a little bit of a different effect, which can look pretty cool, not gonna lie. Now for Counter-Strike clips, I don't think I have mine anymore. For Counter-Strike clips, I do pretty similar stuff. Battlefield, you know, I have clips around somewhere. Which one's this? Okay, I don't know.
Got my eyes low, both eyes low.
Usually I'll completely just not deal with the first beat. If I want it to land on the second beat, I'll do that. Reset to normal. And then I'll go to that. Just like that. I know this is not the correct one, but I'll do something similar to this. And usually I won't throw any looks on it or anything, any major effects. And then rendering. render as. I do it's under main concept AVC AAC, and I run 1920 by 1080 at 59.94 FPS, which is 60 FPS. Just for some reason in videos, after a while, if you do 60 FPS, all the audio and all will be way off. So just use 59.94. So yeah, thanks for watching. Actually, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.